Hi, I'm Steve, and this is my co-pilot, Lucy. Let's go flying. Buongiorno. Today I'm in Naples, and I'm going to fly to Brindisi in this Cessna CJ4 business jet. It's about 167 miles, so let's jump into the cockpit. And I've laid in our course. I should take a look at it now. So, gonna take off from runway 24 and fly out towards Sorrento. I'm gonna be turning. I'm gonna bring this up. I'll bring it up here. So flying south to Sorrento, then turning east, crossing really the whole of the country here, and landing at runway, an ILS approach to runway 31 at Brindisi, and it's going to be kind of a looping approach, which will give us a view of the coast on that side of Italy. Why Brindisi? Because I went there once, so I want to. I like going back to places I've been, so let's get going. Spent a lot of time playing in this flight plan. Been a while since I've flown this plane, so I had to refresh myself. Well, we don't need the autopilot just now. Did I release the brake? There we go. That would help. I never set those pivot tube things, and I always get that warning. So we already have directions to go to runway 24 for takeoff. I had to check that early because I didn't know which was the active runway, and that required me to alter the flight plan a little bit. The same with Brindisi. When I checked the current weather, which I hope holds, I had originally planned to runway 6, and the weather changed since I played a lot of this flight plan, and so I had to change that to runway 31 according to the most current conditions. Take a look at this building over here. It looks like the Russians bombed the place. Know what happened there. Or here, seems to be a lot of rubble along the side of the airport. These buildings are in terrible shape. I hope this isn't representative of the Naples airport. Anyway, so I'm going to go on autopilot pretty fast. Let the autopilot, excuse me, the plane's computer do the work. And if I see anything interesting along the way, I might talk about it. Okay, now we can see something beside these charts where we're going to be going. We're going to be flying out towards Sorrento and then cutting inland, passing Salerno will be on the left, so we'll be able to see that. Matera is an interesting place. I don't know if we'll get a good look at that, but I'll talk about it. went there too. Saw a lot of this area on a bus tour in 2008, so kind of fun to go back in the simulator. Alright, so get clearance. Let's go back to clearance and tower and take off.
Naples Tower, Cessna Kilo Yankee India Victor Alpha India Romeo, ready at runway 24 south departure.
Cessna Kilo Yankee India Victor Alpha India Romeo altimeter 29.88 wind calm departure to the south approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 24.
Alright, we're set to take off, so let's go.
Alpha India Romeo, did you copy?
Oh, I forgot to say yes, I did, man.
Cleared for takeoff runway 24 Cessna Alpha India Romeo.
Naples Tower, Alpine 481, 818 miles northeast inbound, ILS X-ray runway 24 approach. Alpine 4818, Naples Tower. Altimeter 29.88, wind calm, cleared ILS X-ray runway 24 approach. Cleared ILS X-ray runway 24 approach, Alpine 4818.
Altitude.
Should have said that at the beginning. There's always something I forget. Well, let's go on autopilot. And let's do flight level change. And let's just look at the scenery now. And let's put the gear would be nice. Flaps.
Cessna Alpha India Romeo, acknowledge last transmission.
Naples Tower, Cessna Kilo Yankee India Victor Alpha India Romeo, frequency change.
So, Mount Vesuvius over there, we flew around it. And it's climbing to 15,000 feet, and that'll be the cruise altitude.
Rome Center, Cessna Kilo Yankee India Victor Alpha India Romeo is type Cessna C25C 5 miles southwest.
I gotta hand fly this back onto course.
Altitude.
Cessna Alpha India Romeo, acknowledge last transmission.
I'm too busy. Alright, let's see if we can get the autopilot on course here. Gonna hit nav.
Cessna Alpha India Romeo, did you hear my last transmission?
Yes, I did.
Roger, Cessna Alpha India Romeo.
And now we're over speed. Sorrento is, well, you can't see it. It's right there. I flew out there to look at it, and the sim just didn't capture it. It was a place we visited briefly one afternoon. It was lovely, but you don't get a sense of that in this flight sim. So after a little fooling around with the autopilot, we're finally en route. And I'm going to make use of vertical navigation. See if we can see. There's Sorrento. Oh, it's in there. Kind of hard to pick it out. Also, out the other way here is Capri. And again, from the cockpit, can't really see it, but I can't really. It's over this way. Not so. That's Sorrento, right? Is it? I'm confused. I don't think that's Sorrento. Not sure. We will be passing Salerno on our left as we cross the coastline over there. Anyway, I was going to say I'm going to be using VNAV, vertical navigation, on this flight. That VALT says the VNAV is active. Well, looking back this way, get a great view of crater Napoli and Mount Vesuvius over there. And you can see the next time this mountain blows, when it's going to happen, and it will be explosive, millions of people will be affected, and there's 600,000 of them living in a very dangerous area around this volcano. Pompeii is over here, what's left of it, and Herculaneum is over there, and that was also wiped out in 79 AD. So we're crossing the whole of Italy here. From one side here to the other side being the Adriatic Sea, I think. Well, that's the Adriatic there. Brindisi. Now, Brindisi in Roman times was Brundisium, and that was the port for Rome, for the Roman Republic and the Empire. I don't think they had a port on the other, on this side, over here, for the city of Rome. So if you read Roman history, there's a lot about Brundisium, a lot of comings and going there. That was the jump-off point for invading Greece, Croatia, the Adriatic, the jumping off point to go south to Africa. Okay, well, we're making pretty good time here. 273 knots. Indicated airspeed. Well, and that's about 0.5 Mach 0.5. Which I forget what the speed of sound is, so that doesn't do me much good. Anyway, coming up here, may be able to see it on the right, is Matera. Very interesting place. It's people in time immemorial made homes in the rock. They burrowed into the rock and they were living in these caves essentially. And the Italian government wanted to get them out of there. I forget the whole story about the place, but meanwhile, wealthy people moved in and made really fancy caves there. And Mel Gibson used Matera for scenes for his movie about Jesus. All I know about it. So Mel Gibson was there. Not Jesus, but Mel Gibson, anyway. Now, a nice thing I can do with this plane is bring up the chart, and that is that's our approach. So we're going to come here to Lomef, and then we're going to have to go around and land. So we'll be actually overflying the airport, coming around and landing on runway 31 because they move around. Alright, so we can see over here, that's the Adriatic, or that's the Adriatic Sea over there. It doesn't take long to get from the Med back there to the Adriatic side. And we're almost to Matera. But I don't think we can pick it out from 15,000 feet.
Altitude.
Alright. And I want to descend to 6,000 next. So let's set that. I want to be at 3,500 feet. So that's what I need to get down to. I can't see that on this chart. It doesn't display the whole chart. Not much help. So down this way is the Italian boot heel, and the toe is out there somewhere. We did all this by bus in 2008. It was about a 2-week trip. And we saw a lot of southern Italy. It was a great way to see it. Much more intimately than by air like this. I like to stick into the cockpit instead of jumping outside the plane. When I do that, it feels more like a game than a simulation. I think it's time to
Going to 118.7 Cessna Alpha
Brindisi
India Romeo.
Airport and see what they're going to say.
Brindisi Tower Cessna Kilo Yankee India Victor Alpha India Romeo is tree 0 miles west 6,000 feet with Yankee to land.
Cessna Kilo Yankee India Victor Alpha India
Alright,
Romeo
good.
Brindisi Tower. Altimeter 29.83, wind 270 at 8. Enter left traffic runway tree 1.
We have to be at 2,000 feet to catch the glide slope for the ILS approach to runway 31 at Brindisi. And our airspeed's slipping, so while I was talking, an empty flight back there. This plane will obviously hold, well, you got a jump seat. That's the door. And 2, 4, 6 or 8. Can't tell. Looks like you can hold 8 people. 8 passengers. You got a jump seat. That's another one. That's 9. And Pilot and co-pilot, 11, something like that. I want to keep the speed down so I don't have to shed too much on final. And there is actually Brindisi Airport over there. But we're gonna fly. We're gonna fly out that way and around to land in this direction facing us. So we're coming in on runway 31, which I believe is that one. But we'll see. So that's Brindisi over there. Brindisi. It's fun to know. And we're going down. Yeah, VPath in green. So you can see there's a big harbor here. Been a harbor here since Roman times. And probably was a fishing village before that. So this is another of my innumerable lakes of my Dublin to Durban, Dublin, Ireland to Durban, South Africa trek. And I have not been going in any particular direction. I keep deciding to visit various countries along the way, and so I've been doing Italy for a while. My plan after Brindisi is to explore southern Italy and visit or overfly some of the places that we saw here 14 years ago. In case you've never watched one of these things, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. You can go anywhere in the world, and the scenery, everything downloads as you're flying. So if you saw a little thing, rotating little white arrow on the lower right, in case I didn't edit it out.
Tower, generic India Tango Yankee 1651
That was the sim downloading data. Okay, starting our turn onto our crosswind leg, it would be. We're going downwind. Now we're doing crosswind, and then landing upwind. That's the plan anyway. Question is, am I going to get there? We go. This is TOD, top of descent. Well, where do I have to be at 3,500? It's supposed to be at 3,500 at no clue. I don't know. We're only 2 miles from there. I don't see it happening. There we go. It is happening. Oh, me of little faith. And one of these, pretty soon I'll have to activate the approach, arm the approach. There's the airport over there. Runway 31 to the left, I believe. Still on the VPath. And let's see if we can arm the approach. Here we go. And we gotta get to reduce a lot of speed here. We're on the glide slope, but I cannot. I don't have any brakes on this thing. That's a flat. So, spoilers. That would help. There we go. I've read my spoilers. forgot all about spoilers today.
Runway 31 approach. Generic India Tango Yankee 1651 Brindisi Tower. Altimeter 29er decimal 8.
Said I haven't flown this plane for a while, so I kind of forgot stuff.
ILS runway 31 approach. Cleared ILS runway 31 approach. Generic.
Well, that happened pretty fast. Here is down. Full flaps. Why didn't I remember those darn spoilers? Okay. So, next thing is just come off the autopilot. This airport. Yeah, that was one of my better ones. Alright. Okay, we're in Brindisi.
Cessna
Formerly
Alpha India Romeo, contact ground on
Brindisi.
118.1.
Okay,
Cessna
well,
Alpha India Romeo, acknowledge last transmission.
I hope you... I gotta remember I have spoilers. They're also helpful to slow down. I didn't deploy them to stop either.
Yankee 1651 is
Well, it's a
going
nice day for flying here, although the
Generic
actual
651, contact
weather
Brindisi
report said it
approach
was
on
supposed to be
118.755
raining, but
for generic 651.
made it to Brindisi. I'm going to shut this thing down. So, until next time, arrivederci. And as they say in the air traffic controllers say, and I'm going to say, good day.